Hi, it's been a while. Hope you have been well. I have not posted a video that connects us, especially in the moment. Well, COVID-19 pandemic came, took us through a roller coaster of moments, and some of us grew during that time in our lives, spiritually, emotionally. We also grew, some of us financially, in our family relationships, some academically, and some fell by the wayside. We lost lives, we lost friendships, we lost relationships, we lost jobs. So it was a matter of some losing, some gaining. And that's how life is. There are people who make it through crisis, there are people who don't make it through crisis. But all in all, we are grateful that we are here. We are grateful that we still can breathe. We are grateful that we still have family members. We are grateful that we are here for each other. And that's, I think, the most important thing that matters in life. So, welcome. In Kenya, we say karibu sana so that we can get engaged more and more. It's my desire that I will keep you engaged this time on a regular basis so that we can realize a lot of our potential, our life dreams before we expire. And so for today, my title is Remove the Title. My title is Remove the Title. So, what titles am I talking about? In this world, people have many titles. We have the title of a dad, a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, a daughter, a son, a teacher, a doctor, a professor, a pastor, a priest, a bishop. Oh, those are titles. But if all those titles are removed, then you remain. Like when you're born, your parents, even if they added another title somewhere, like those people who are born in families where titles accompany you from the day one that you come into this world, maybe you had a title. But even if that title was removed, you would remain you. And so today, as I say, remove the title. As I tell you to remove the title, I am talking about you and your mental health plan. Focusing on mental health, we are now spreading the message all over. The church has chosen to join the bandwagon. The community at the grassroots levels, they have joined the bandwagon. And every leader that cares for the citizens of their nation, they have also joined the bandwagon that your mental health matters. Your mental health is your wealth. Your mental health is your very precious treasure. Sometimes I let people know it is okay to not be okay by giving my own experiences. And I think that's a very good way to start. Remove the title. People know me as Dr. Susan Gitao. They know me as Mama Charles. They know me as the lecturer at African Nazarene University. They know me as the CEO of Africana College of Professionals. They know me rather as a founding trustee director of Susan Gitao Counseling Foundation. They know me as many things they call me in the community. But those are titles. But who is Susan? And Susan, talking about mental health, is she free of mental health challenges? You might think yes. But all over the world, every one of us has one area of mental health challenge. And I want to talk to you, the one with a title like me, when I'm talking to you about removing your title. there are times I just have to remove my title and I become Susan. And this has not come because I was taught. It has come because I have experienced. And so, since I was a little girl, I think I have worked and worked so hard. One, when I worked so hard in school because I wanted to lead in my class. And so I really worked hard. I woke up very early in the morning, whether there was breakfast or not. I did my 3-4 kilometers to school and back. I could do the whole day without food because I knew at times if I go home, there would be no food. And I couldn't afford doing 3-4 kilometers home and back with an empty stomach, And so I stayed in school until the day was over. So I worked hard. But I had the energy at the time. I was a little girl, full of energy. Because I could still go home, go fetch water a long distance on my back, a jerry can of 10 liters, sometimes 20 liters. And I did that. I had the energy. Even if my body was skinny, I had the energy. Then I went to high school. Oh, of course, there's more demand at high school. And when I went to high school, I did not realize, and nobody prepared me, that I'm going to a high school where I'm going to meet my match in academia. They're equally smart. They're equally good. I'm going to school, high school, when I should be identifying who I am, without a title. And so it was a moment of redefining. It was a moment of major stress. It was a moment of very depressive episodes for me, comparing myself with other girls, thinking they're better than me, thinking their families are better than mine. And I had assignments to do. I had competition to keep. Of course. And I had to really wonder, am I the same as other girls, Am I doing what they're doing? Am I normal? Am I like them? It was another hard-working stage of life. And I did once in a while get exhausted. But I didn't know what to name that. Now I know. That's what I'm saying. Remove the title. When you remove the title, you become real. You get in touch with what is happening. Now I know better in retrospect. That was depression. It was teenage depression. It was teenage trauma. It was teenage stress, Remove the title. And so after I did high school, of course, I went to the university. And unfortunately, because I did not get the requirements for joining the School of Law, I went to do bachelor's in education. And so I chose economics and commerce. So I thought maybe one day I'll do business and do business very well. And so I thought I should take commerce and economics. Economics is not easy. It's not easy. Yes. Those of you that are taking economics in school, you can agree with me, it's not easy. And so I dropped economics after my second year and I majored in commerce. And as I majored in commerce, my desire was one day to pursue a postgraduate degree in human resource. But that never happened because I found out this removal of title one time just came when I was a high school teacher and a class teacher for that matter, and one of my most brilliant students died by suicide. I questioned the title of a teacher and I had to remove the title to know better. And so I went back to school and I trained in a diploma in counseling psychology. And from that time, I realized I wanted to make people feel better. I realized I wanted to make people feel valued. I realized I really wanted to make people feel that they have a reason to be here and they can be of benefit and of help to other people. And so I learned that inside of me, I'm wired to be a helper. So I trained, I read, I researched, I practiced until I got my doctorate. And so Dr. Susan Guitar, who is a helper. That's another door. I'm talking to you, pastor. I'm talking to you, bishop. I'm talking to you, doctor. I'm talking to you, professor. I'm talking to you, nurse. I'm talking to you, teacher, dad, mom. I'm talking to you, engineer. I'm talking to you, president. I'm talking to you, minister. I'm talking to you, member of parliament. I'm talking to you. Titles don't help much when you have to face the truth of one big nightmare for anyone that is working to serve another one, and that is burnout. Remove the title and address your burnout issues. I do that once in a while, but I can still tell you I am not yet there because burnout catches me. And when it catches me when I least expect, it's when I take a break. But I want to do better. And I am trying to do better. I don't know what your plan is after you remove that title. And the World Health Organization wouldn't have done justice in a better way than when in 2019 declared burnout as a serious health condition and concern for any nation. And so it's a concern for you. Remove the title. How do you know you have burnout? It's simple. You just become exhausted. You become depersonalized. You love your job. You no longer want to be there. You love people you work with. You love family. You feel detached. So there is detachment. There is depersonalization. That cannot be me. I'm not the one who acted like that. It must be somebody else. Because me, I have a title to protect. It can only be someone else. I am not the one who yelled like that. I am not the one who pushed like that. Because burnout can make you fracture very serious and very significant relationships. And people around you, they cannot see it. They don't know it. Why? You have a title. They worship the title. They look at the title. They never look at you as you. And that's why I'm telling you, remove the title. Just be you. Because at times, many fingers are going to point at you. And you are trying to strive so much to keep the title. But you're dying in the inside. You are crumbling in the inside. You are dying also from the outside. Because maybe you're killing very significant relationships in your life. Maybe you're killing you and you're a very valuable asset to many people who look up to you, who lean on you. Because of your title. The counselor, the helper, the president, the minister. Remove the title. I'm talking like this because very many people who have to work so hard, maybe to meet the needs of many other people, and these are helpers, these are leaders, these are CEOs. In many, many situations, you have really no time for yourself. So if you don't have a plan, and this plan must work for you. Some of us work it out at a certain time of the year. Some of us have strategies to come out of maybe burnout. Some of us are caught in little pile-ups of burnout moments and episodes until you have this big burst or explosion of moments of burnout. But today I'm telling you, remove your title on a daily basis. Like when you wake up in the morning and you feel totally exhausted, you feel negative, you feel detached, you feel depersonalized, you feel like you're so out of touch with reality in yourself. Just remove the title, at least even for that one day. I have a colleague of mine who sometimes makes me feel very happy because he's so real and he tells me, oh my, I checked into the hospital and they checked on my blood pressure and it was up and they told me just stay here until it is normalized, And so, and I'm going to address him and many others who do like that and tell you just remove your title on a daily basis so you don't have to go to the hospital and you're arrested there. Just think about how valuable you are. Just think about how important you are to very many people, beginning with yourself, beginning with your family, beginning with your colleagues, extending into the larger people that follow you and really admire you. Just know if anything bad happens to you, how they can suffer, how they can actually live long, probably not liking what you did, probably detesting the good they have done for others and in the community, simply because you refuse to remove the title. So we are going to remove our titles in our own spaces, in our own uniqueness, because we are very unique. Because when we get burnt out, it's because we are doing something on a regular basis. Maybe like what I do, I counsel, I teach, and I motivate, right? And so if I do that on a daily basis without break, I'm likely to burn out. This body only speaks in that way. And when we talk about burnout, it's been classified as a mental health condition. And for sure it is. Just like how depression, how stress can actually lead you to taking medication, to be put on rest, and sometimes people have resigned from their jobs. It's good to know it is a serious scare. And so it does not deserve you to keep holding on to your title when you're dying and crumbling in the inside. Remove the title for your mental health and well-being. And it's good to know that you can do it as Susan. Like I like to sleep. I don't like to compromise my hours of sleep. So if I haven't slept well, you'll definitely know. From my eyes, you'll definitely know. And by the time it's midday, I'm tired. And so I try as much as possible on a daily basis to sleep. Sometimes it comes to the body. And probably you know which part of your body signals you or sends that red flag that now you're not doing okay. So for me, it's my lower back. And so I have to do very simple exercises on my lower back empowerment. Sometimes it is my head, and especially the side of my head here. And so I have to try and do some little massage every evening and every day when I wake up. And so if I have to do that on a daily basis, I don't know what you do. Maybe you take a walk. Maybe you go to a dancing club. Maybe you sing. Maybe you play football. I don't know what you do. But if you can get that which you do on a daily basis, some people do gym. A friend of mine does golf. And maybe they know every morning when I wake up. Some people do the morning runs every day when I wake up. I'm going to do something here about me, my physical well-being, which connects with my mental health, well-being. Maybe for you, you take a deeper spiritual angle. Maybe when you wake up in the morning, it's meditation, it's prayer, it's worship. That also helps to keep your mental health status in check. Some people at the workplace, maybe you start with a devotion. Maybe you start by bringing people together and recapping about how maybe the week has been. If it's like you're meeting on a Monday, how has the week been? How was your weekend? What do you find easy to do this week? What do you find challenging for you this week? And sometimes at the workplaces, there are times you work harder than other times. Just checking in. Maybe some people it's just been with the family, eating together, sharing moments together, light moments for that matter. And think about other areas that if you remove your title, can also mess you up. Like if you just decide, oh, I remove my title and I can go anywhere, drinking alcohol, smoking weed, doing whatever I have to do because I am me, I'm taking care of me. Just know you'll come back. Even after you remove the title, you will come back to the title. You still be a dad, you still be a mom, you still be the CEO, it's going to be the bishop, you're going to be the pastor, you're going to be the priest, you're going to be the professor. And so I am advocating for removal of the title when you have to handle me, when you have to handle you. Taking care, very good care of yourself, because no one else would the way you would yourself. So there are people physically, they would exercise, choose your exercise, and the one that fits you and the ones that elevates you. There are people who will do a lot of mind engagement, maybe reading, maybe watching a good movie, whatever it is. Engage, engage, engage. Some people may go spiritual, I've said, maybe having very good devotional moments, meetings, and exercises. Engage, engage. Maybe some people it's meditation, mindfulness, self-compassion, like I do. Engage, engage. There are some people it will be getting into a sport. It's okay, engage. And some people it could be adventure. You want to travel, you want to know places. Go. Climb mountains if that's what makes you feel happy. Swim if that is what makes you feel happy. Dance if that is what makes you feel happy. Just remove the title when it's time to do it so that you take care of you, take care of me. And so, why do I tell you remove the title? Because when burnout knocks, it will not remember how much money you've earned. It will not remember how many people you have made smile. It will not remember how well you're known. It will just knock you down. And it can embarrass you in many ways. I've had a couple of experiences when I realize, and it gets me off guard, that I have very limited resilience, emotional resilience. That's when I know things are not running well. And that is when now it comes to the people that really matter most to me, my family. If I shout, I yell, and I see something that is unlike me, I just know it's time to take a break. Sometimes people have said it's holy anger. No, at times not. Because maybe you create a distance between the people who love you and you love them, because they no longer know how to handle you at all. But this is typically of people with titles. Because when that happens and people look up to you, they rely on you, they depend on you, you may lose them. You don't want to lose them. But I'm also asking them to have the grace and the space. And anyone watching me, and you, maybe you have someone you look up to, just know without titles, they are them. They are either Jane, they are John, they are Nicholas, they are Victor, they are Otino, they are Kipkoech, they are Mwangis, they are Musembis. They are them as persons. Treat them as such. And majority of them, it's lonely up there. Because at times they say you have to gossip with your match. You have to talk with your match. You have to share with your match, with your level of kind of title people. But sometimes those titles are also struggling and you don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. And that's why I'm saying remove the title and just be you. So I'm going to leave you with a simple technique of removing your title so that we can do part 2 of this. Remove the title, part 1. We do remove the title, part 2. So it's always good to have moments of getting inward, like having to close your eyes fully or partially and learning to listen to your breath. And maybe to do better, feel your breath where your heart beats best and you feel it. And you can inhale slowly through the nostril and then hold. Feel your belly rise and feel it go flat. You can do this to a count of 3. Breathe in, hold it, exhale. You can breathe in all the good things: gratitude, peace, love, friendship, relationship, humility. Just breathe in those beautiful things that make you wonderful. Hold them in for a while, because there's nothing wrong with just getting in touch with how you're feeling. And then you release the same blessings to others. Notice the calmness in your space right now. Notice how peaceful you can be as a human being. Notice how calm you can be as a human being. Notice how you are getting in touch with you simply because you are you, without the title. You can be able to touch your body and feel it. Listen to your voice and listen to any emotions that you could be struggling with at the moment. You can even label the emotion. Is it hurt? Is it anxiety? Is it guilt? Is it anger? Is it fear? Those are some of the most dominant emotions. And you can take a journey of finding out how these emotions are playing around with your mind, with your body, and with your whole being. And maybe to begin with our part 1, allow yourself to explore that emotion. Allow yourself to tolerate that emotion. Allow yourself to learn from that emotion. Allow yourself to be removing your title anytime the emotion knocks, so that you can sit down, befriend that emotion, and allow it to always come and go, because it is part of your life. Until you stop breathing, we will always struggle with difficult emotions. And burnout has a way of bringing those difficult emotions in our lives. And yet, we must work, we must serve, we must live. So when we remove our titles and we become peaceful, we become friendly with our emotions, with ourselves, we give the same to the world. So remove your title, heal, and share yourself to the world without your title. Thank you so much. This has been Dr. Susan Gitao, your one and only Mindful Self-Compassion trained teacher by the Center of Mindful Self-Compassion, California, USA. Thank you to my mentors, Dr. Chris Gama, all the way from Boston. Thank you so much. Miriam Lute, all the way from Germany. You've been amazing. Galia from Israel. You've been amazing. and many, many other friends that I'm getting along the way. And I ask you, people from Rwanda, very soon I'll be coming to Rwanda to teach, give back to the community through MHub organization, mindful self-compassion practice, and especially for those dealing with vulnerable communities. I will be there in Rwanda between the 10th and 17th. Asante sana. We say thank you very much from Kenya, and karibu sana. Welcome again. So you can share this video with your loved ones, and especially with those people that have stuck onto their titles and not thinking that they could do away with the titles. They can remove the titles and just be themselves as God wishes us to be. Click on that notification button so that every time I do a video, you can get in touch, view it, share it, learn from it, and celebrate what we can do together without titles.